Hello everyone, this is another garden update. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done one, so I think a lot of things have changed in the garden. One thing that has changed a lot is that most of my tulips managed to become a thing, which was really cool. And this part of the garden, this little cottage area, is looking really nice. A lot of flowers on my strawberry bushes around here, so we'll be getting a lot of fruit this year, I think, even though they're quite young, and usually you have to wait a little while. They're doing pretty well, and also they're not really having any pest problems. I'm having a couple of weed problems, but no pest problems, so that's pretty cool. Look at that, it's just so beautiful. There's bees everywhere at the moment, it's great. A really big change that happened since last time was this tree. Now the flowers have gone, and as you can see, some of the flowers didn't turn into anything, but some of them have turned into the beginnings of pears. So I think I counted that there's like around 20, and I'll thin that out to probably about 10, but hopefully that's 10 pieces of fruit that I can eat this year, because that would be really cool. And it's really looking really healthy, this tree. Strawberries down here are looking pretty happy as well. Really nice. Another thing that changed is the rhubarb is coming to life. It was looking really sad before, and now it's just thriving. It's put out a couple of leaves every couple of days, and I've even taken some off because they were shadowing out other ones, so pretty cool. Here's a friend, nice bee friend. The garlics are looking like they're going to be pretty tasty this year. There's the pomegranate tree. In these tubs over here and kind of just around this area, I've also planted seeds of pumpkin seeds and watermelon seeds. So this one here, I'm pretty sure is, yeah, that's a sweet baby watermelon tree, a watermelon seed in there. Hopefully it germinates. Over here I've got a couple of other seeds that have just come out, and they're for pumpkins. And over there's another different variety of pumpkins. So one's a Kent and another one is a Queensland Blue. And over here I've got more Queensland Blue seeds planted, as well as this one over here being a Crimson Sweet. No, actually a Sugar Baby, I think it's called. Yeah, Sugar Baby. So those are going to be looking pretty great. Another thing is, man, I've got to harvest these in a few days, but my beets are out of control, and this parsley is just insane. 2 different types of parsley. I'm probably going to have to move these and plant them somewhere else so I can fill in the soil, as it's dropped quite a bit. And otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna have problems with weeds and things, but yeah. There's my comfrey. Comfrey is a great plant. It helps with, you can turn this into like a tea, and it's like called compost tea, so you plant it on other things. It's pretty cool. Lemonade trees putting out lots of lemons, lemonade lemons. They're very sweet at the moment. They kind of look like limes when they're green, and then when they turn into lemons, and they taste like limes as well, and then they taste like lemons when they turn yellow, so it's like sweet lemons. It's pretty cool. Here's one of my, here are a few of the sunflower seeds that I planted. They're coming along slowly but surely. Now here's probably the biggest change. This was just a stick before, and now it's a full-on pear tree. There's no flowers on it this year, but when I bought it, it was only like a tiny little stick, like about that tall. So it's grown quite a bit. Maybe next year. There's my bean. Honestly, I'm probably just going to pull that out of the ground soon. It's not really doing anything. Not the right time of year. Yeah, here's some blueberry bushes. So these are starting to become, some of these are starting to get the shape of blueberries, which is pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get the birds away from them though, because already the birds are eating everything. There's another sunflower. And this is probably the saddest part, is that my peach tree has just been demolished by leaf curl, which is a fungus. So some of the leaves, the new leaves, are looking normal, but this one is not looking good. But yeah, I've got lots of new leaves coming through that don't seem to have any problems. Like this new branch looks good, and some of this looks okay. But yeah, pretty much where the old growth is has just been demolished by leaf curl. And this will go away if I spray it with copper over the autumn/winter. But yeah, it's a really bad leaf. I'm gonna pull this one off. It's terrible. It's kind of sad. But yeah, everything around it's looking pretty healthy. The blueberries looking very healthy. Looking very healthy. The pitostrums getting bigger. Probably gonna have to trim those up soon. Now another big change is my maple tree. Last time it's just had little tiny buds that were swelling. Now it's looking like a tree Wookie. And underneath I've got lots of yarrow growing, which is sort of a weed, but it's like a beneficial weed. And I think it's edible, but also if it gets too much, you pull it out and put it in the compost and it becomes really good compost food. Kind of makes the compost start activating and turning into compost. Another big change is this tree. Huge change. It's got lots and lots of flowers that have dropped their leaves, which hopefully means that they've been fertilized and not just been blown off by the wind. But I wouldn't mind getting lots of cherries off this year. And it looks like there's already been some growth. I mean, this branch here is brand new. This branch here is brand new. So pretty cool, pretty exciting. Another change is the first sunflower I planted, which is kind of strange because it's in a shady spot for some of the day, not all of the day, but kind of like a third of the day. But he's grown big. And then there's some other ones that just popped up too that I didn't even know I planted. I think I dropped the seed packet and some of them must have got mixed up in there. But yeah, it's looking pretty good in there. And here's some more beans that I'm trying to get grow off this really bad trellis that I made. And I think I planted them too far away. So yeah, bit of a fail. But once they're big enough, I could probably lean them over and it won't cause too many dramas. Yeah. So this little cottage garden is doing super well at the moment. This pig face is looking excellent. Really happy about that. And I probably have to start trimming this back a little bit to give everything the right amount of light. It's just amazing. I planted this all out, spaced it all out in the recommended space between each other, and it's grown to be bigger than I think even the seed packet that I grew all this from expected. And some of the live plants that I bought. There's the catnip and everything. This succulent is putting out lots of other succulents, looking really productive. This one's got a few growing in there too, a few babies coming through. Really interesting plant, these succulents. And this one's also being kind of strange, about to flower. All right, going to move out to the next most interesting part. Oh, look at that. There's gonna be thousands of strawberries. Absolutely thousands of strawberries. Can't wait. Here's a pretty flowering plant. The new hedge going in, growing nicely. Another thing that I'm a little bit worried about is this pear tree. It doesn't seem to be growing at the same rate as everything else around it, like that tree there. So I think this one might be a little bit unhealthy. When we recently got this fence put in, and this fence, I think when they were putting it in, I think something must have happened to this tree, like they must have knocked it or something, but it just doesn't seem to be growing that much. Not too sure. And this Feijoa plant that I thought was going to die seems to be coming back somehow, considering it was only those 2 leaves that were still alive and I was really ready to pull it out of the ground, and now it seems there's a lot of leaves. Patience is a good lesson. And then there's heaps of these big things coming out of the ground. They're actually flowers, and they should be flowering fairly soon. But the other Feijoas are looking pretty healthy, pretty happy. Yeah, very little issues with this. I love Feijoas, so I can't wait to eat some, but probably next year. Here's some more beautiful sunflowers, and another sunflower. And there's my rose bush, which has also been attacked a little bit. And this is a wisteria, and it has some flowers growing on it. I'm actually thinking I might pull this out of the ground, because we don't have a trellis up the side of this house, obviously, and it's just growing along the ground. And yeah, just, I don't know what to do with it. Another big change is these guys. So these succulents are growing at an alarming rate. And they've got these really cool flowers on them. And on this one too, these ones look like they're about to finish. Just here, they're kind of, oh no. But yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know why they're doing that. But it's cool and I like it. And this guy here, looking really cool. It's another blueberry bush. A self-pollinating variety. It's also deciduous, so it's coming back to be quite a hedge looking thing. Lots of ants on it, which I'm really excited about. These are baby zinnias, which is a really pretty plant. Yeah, they're growing day by day. These snapdragons are looking great. And also, my lavender is going insane at the moment. It's like doubled in size this year. And finally, which is the front of the house, which I'll probably be doing some more work on over the next couple of months. Planting some stuff in here to make it look a bit nicer. But I've got some flowers on my polka apple tree, and then this one is another self-fertile variety that I can't remember the name of right now, but it has also got some leaves, and this one some flowers, and this one I was a bit worried about, but apparently some people have told me that it's actually doing pretty great, that I should just be patient. So yeah, then I've got this guy, the Irish strawberry. He's coming back. It's grown a little bit. There's all this fresh growth up here. It's looking like it's gonna be a pretty good year for this guy. There's a really cool spider on him. All right, that's pretty much the update. Nothing's really changed other than things are starting to bloom. And yeah, I'll keep you updated, especially on the watermelons and the pumpkins. All right, bye.